This is Nick, the one flexing his tiny little SpongeBob muscles into the camera. Little does he know, he's just about to get his beat, because as we know, I just like to beat up the trial students. Just the look of terror on his face when he sees my blue belt. I mean, I'd be pretty scared too. Already took his back, but he tried to flip me over, and then I took his back here, but we're out of frame. Oh, and we're back. Look where Nick landed up, right into my armbar. How great. And he was challenging me to a roll, so, I mean, this is kind of on him. I'm only going like 60%. Meanwhile, he's over here shit-talking me, calling me fat and stuff. This is also Nick's very first class, I should say. So, obviously not trying to, like, beat him up first class or, like, before this video, we were just drilling half guard and some 3/4 mount. So as soon as I see Nick left his neck open and a little bit of space, I was able to put my hands between and get the guillotine. That video you can find on Tyler Spangler's channel. He's known for doing this really cool guillotine. So Nick wanted to try on bottom. So then I just grabbed his ankles and put him on his back and stacked past him. He ends up turning into me and I fall to my back, trying to get my guard in. As I get my guard back, I'm trying to think of maybe like a Kimura trap or something. Quickly abandoned the thought and I shrimp my butt out and then I scissor sweep him over and then boom, armbar. Nick also decided to call me out, which I don't know why he thought that was a good idea, and he decided to call out Mr. Roid Rage himself. Nick wanted me to go down, so I went and played down because he wanted to try attacking. I'm glad that Nick actually really enjoyed jiu-jitsu for his first class. It was actually really fun recording this. He let me record all of this, and as you can tell, he's having a fun time, smiling and laughing. But Mr. Bruce Lee thinks he's super slick and starts trying to bitch slap me. I kind of feel bad because he does not know what to do, so he's just trying to pass. I quickly try to get Nick into my guard, but he tries to throw a little punch. But we know I'm not going to stand for that, so I put him in a Kimura, and he's just trying to pass through the Kimura, but that's not really going to work. He did do the right defense by blocking with his hand and putting the grip on his stomach, so I couldn't finish the Kimura, but I did spin around and I did get my mount back. As for when he punched me earlier, I just went and threw my own punch. Nick had to ask some questions, so we paused the roll. After a little bit of convincing, I told him to try down again. And don't mind Prov in the background, which is the other trial student. He just got his first armbar and he's pretty hyped about it. So I quickly knee cut and then I start giving him the big brother treatment. As I hold him in my Keskatami, I'm just making him feel the pain and start giving him a noogie. Watch me hit a promo code on him. Honestly, he's probably very humbled after that promo code. Nick decided to call me out, but now he knows I'm not no paper champion. Poor Nick. And we finally tapped our foe. Not for the first time, but probably like the 9th time this roll, and it's still gonna keep going. But next roll, I still have to face Prov. Prov is a really fun roll, and I can't wait to show you guys his Walmart guillotines. I had to bring up my inner Tyler Spangler, fall to my side, and then I go to mount and get the guillotine tap. And now our foe has been yet again tapped. Had to make sure the poor trial student was okay. Big ups toward Nick for letting me record and having his first ever roll with me. This is my opponent, Prov. He already starts by trying to pass my guard, but he knows this is probably going to work well for him. I grab his ankle, but I quickly forget how to do Del Hiva, so I'm up to no good. But I'm just trying to go for a Kimura grip and then try to pull him down into my guard. So I try to wrap up the Kimura grip, and as I do so, he's also a no-gi, and I have a gi on, so he actually has an upper advantage. And I just watched him armbar his last opponent, so I'm hoping that's not going to be me, because that'd be pretty embarrassing if I tap to a trial student. But don't worry. Prov is smart and done his research, and he clearly knows how to defend a Kimura. But that's not the first time I'm going to keep going for it, because I'm definitely a one-trick pony, and that's all I want to do. This is Pravjot's second jiu-jitsu class already, but I've already taught him a lot of stuff, so if he looks decent, that's because I guess I can take credit for that. Pravjot is working on his passing, but I know better than that. I'm not going to let no trial student pass my guard. I'm just trying to go on his shin, and then I'm going to grab his leg and then sweep him. Try to get a single leg, and then we kind of go to frame here. But I do eventually pass his guard, and then try to get an armbar, which I quickly tap our foe with the armbar. But of course it's out of frame. Prov quickly showcases what a Walmart armbar looks like, and then tries to switch it up into a triangle. He told me he was going to try and go for a triangle, so I kind of knew that was coming. But hey, I'm actually the triangle god here, not him. I kind of underestimated this guy's anime power, because all this guy does is just sit in his bedroom and watch anime all day. Personally, I'm not going to let no guy that watches anime all day try and beat me. We do go to frame, but I get my mount, and then I'm starting to work my plata, as we seen on my reels. But I realized that the rolling one won't really be a good option, so I pull my leg over his own head, fake a triangle, and then I just switch off to the regular omoplata and get him with the omoplata. After tapping Prov with the omoplata, now he wants it back in blood. So I quickly switch off to a guillotine, and I get him with the guillotine here. Nothing like tapping the trial students out with guillotines. Like I said, I might be a one-trick pony when it comes to fighting them, but hey, it's whatever to do to humble their ego. I realized I could have went for some fancier stuff without even trying, but I guess I really didn't. I do eventually hit Prov with this really nice sweep that I like. After I hit this sweep, I kind of come up, and I'm not really fast enough with passing my guard. We ended up in dogfight, and then I shucked him past and got to his back. Now I'm working on a rear naked choke, and I do eventually get the rear naked choke in. At this point, Pravjot has just given up, and he's just laying there on the mats, as you've seen. Me just waiting for him to start up. If Pravjot had a gi, this humble would be a lot better, because we all know me. I'm just the magical gi player I am. It's a little bit challenging trying to fight someone no gi when you usually fight in gi. I haven't done no gi in a hot minute, but I found the trick is just trying to come up to Prov with his legs, and then I hit this really cool sweep. I try to put my head on the inside, and then Prov just tries to showcase his really shitty guillotine. When he tries to choke me, it feels like a little baby is trying to squeeze my neck. After Boss Baby tried to wrap up his guillotine, I switched into my own guillotine, and I hit him with the own guillotine. All I can say is thank you, Nick and Pravjot, for letting me record this video, and it was super fun to make it with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the rolls, and it was super fun. And finally took care of the cocky trial students.